what you're saying makes perfect sense, and it is the explanation.
Unfortunately, I don't think any of the bars that we patronize can afford nitrous.
No, but I have.
Well,
no,
you'll be surprised.
No, from since Ed's been talking, I've been thinking of, and I have had the pleasure of drinking that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever go to the motherland, which at this point I'm going to say is Ireland, and you go to Dublin, anywhere near the Guinness factory, and you can have it drawn on tap in Ireland, or if you there's one or two islands in the Caribbean which are actually licensed to brew Guinness. They have to add stuff to their water and dispense it with the nitrogen. If you have it fresh on tap, there is nothing else in the world like it.
No, and I think when I have drunk it, I think the bartender even engraved a little seal on it.
That's par for the course. Depending on where you are, they make different shapes in the head because being that much denser, smaller bubbles, it'll hold that shape while you drink it.
Right. It just makes you want to add graffiti.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. It's like the foam on top of a cup of cappuccino.
Right.
You got to play with it.
Right.
I'll digress from there because I could already hear Tony giggle.
You know, when you said thicker beers, I wanted to make a comment about everybody in this room liking thicker women and thicker beers, and I didn't. I was trying to be a professional, but you just ruined it for me. So I'm playing with it.
That's why I'm here.
You run with it. Trust me. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everyone has their own taste. I'm only going to talk about what I like because it's my show.
But the thick beer and thick women, it does go together.
It does.
It does.
And you will notice that some of the thicker ladies like the heavier beers.
Right.
And it has been a proven fact that girls that drink beer are a little on the thicker side and are more amply endowed from the ribs up. We'll call it.
It's very true.
I mean,
Bless
you
you,
can do the
St. Pauli.
research.
Yeah.
Do the research. The statistics are out there to back up what I just said. However, I'm not going to spoon feed you all the information. I've done the research for myself, and I have motorboated several times to prove the point. Before I get myself in trouble, because I know my wife is listening, why don't we cut to a little break? We're going to do a double shot here. A double shot of a good band that we've listened to several times, good friends of ours, Down City Armory. The name of the song that we're going to lead out here with is Girls Love Digital. You're listening to My Night Out Radio. We'll be back in a minute.
It's not so costly. We want you all to know 21st century extroversion isn't enough to sell your soul. We can't deny it. No one wants you to behave. 21st century mass perversion was voted up online today. So tonight we come, 'cause girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. You know we're watching. We're the audience you like. Put a sexy pic on your profile. Show them all how you've gone wild. So tonight we come, 'cause girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. It's okay. your most dangerous life. So tonight we come, 'cause girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. Girls love digital. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's okay, it's safe, and do it anyway. All day is hated, let the haters hate. As you fall, there's a lot, and we love you all. Keep score, get some more, take total control. I hear the drums echoing tonight. She's only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit winds reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had. The wild dogs cry out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had. Hurry boy, she's waiting there for you. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. 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 Gonna take some time to do the things we never have.
Welcome back, my night outers. I just got to say, first off, I hope at some point we can start recording the off-the-air conversations because they have been quite unique, which spawns a few different conversations that we got to bring. Number one, beverages versus body composition,
Physical characteristics.
of the females or males, but we're going to stick primarily with the females.
Only because we're males. We're not.
Exactly. You know, from the male point of view.
Right.
Do you notice that certain physical types of women gravitate towards certain types of drinks, or is it everybody that likes X and such a type of drink
Ends up with certain physical characteristics.
exactly?
Right.
Which one comes first?
Right. That's why I brought it up, under the music, because the thought has intrigued me. Because as a lover of large women, I have discovered over the course of my life that the feeling and the texture of when you say grab a large woman
Yeah,
to fondle appropriately with her consent,
of course.
you get there's really no way to tell what that texture of her is going the texture is going to feel like.
So basically, what you're saying is that when you're grabbing upon this girl,
Right,
of course, voluntarily, and everyone is submitting to this, voluntarily.
Right. Usually after she says, grab me because I'm a little slow sometimes.
It happens.
Yeah.
But I've having a base in the gentlemen's clubs or what have you. I have noticed you can have two girls that look exactly the same, regardless of what they're drinking.
Right.
One you grab on, they're we'll call them fluffy, Zoftig,
Right.
A little bit soft on the grab,
Right.
and then you have another girl, exact same body look.
And it's solid.
the-
It's almost like you're
It-
grabbing.
it's like
It's
you-
almost like you're grabbing muscle tissue.
It's like grabbing onto a pit bull or something. They are absolutely good. God, they are absolutely solid. They don't look like they are,
Right.
But I believe that has a lot to do with more of the ethnic background and what have you versus what they drink. What they drink, it's one of those things where whether or not they enjoy beer, hard alcohol, they like mixed drinks, they like straight booze, whatever the case is. If you have that, the one that's popping into my head, I'm not going to mention names, but she is of Puerto Rican descent. She is, not her personally, but her parents were from Puerto Rico. Yes, I do know the girls that well. Sorry. But if you put your arm around her, you grab her waist, you grab her, any part on her, she is solid.
right.
She's not thick for being thick. She's thick because she is just ruggedly built.
Right.
However, there have been other girls where you put your arm around them and it's like hugging a pillow. They
Right.
just squish,
Right. You poke her and your finger sinks in 6 inches.
give or take,
Right.
depending on how big 6 inches actually is.
Okay, more than.
I'm glad we can amuse at least Tony on that one.
Yeah.
But no, don't get me wrong. There are plenty of, and I am the last person to joke about anyone being on the heavier side because, trust me, I am one. Every time I go into the water, they pull me out, screaming, "Save him! He's dying!" or whatever. They keep pushing me in the water. I am the last person to talk about heavier people.
Well, we're not talking about heavier women in a negative
No, we're
connotation. This
bringing
is
it to a positive light.
a positive light and a scientific consideration of the subject.
But there are women that, they are just dense, muscular, more dense, more ruggedly built than the other ones. Even
Yeah.
though they may be the same exact size, they're just more compact. If that
Right.
makes sense to you.
Well, it was kind of like when women go to the doctor to get a mammary exam, right?
Yep.
For the breast examination. Some women, they will say your tissues are thick. You have thick tissues,
Yeah.
and other women, it's like putting Jello on that thing. The doctor will actually say, you have thick tissues, and they actually have to use a different machine.
Yeah.
So it's not just like you said. Just to back up what you said about heritage, or ethnic, or genetics, or
Genetics are a beautiful and scary thing because they will produce like Holly Berry. Genetics